In a moment that has sent shockwaves across the wrestling world, Triple H stepped out on Raw in street clothes, visibly serious and without his usual fanfare, to deliver news that no one saw coming. Seth Rollins will no longer be competing in WWE, including his highly anticipated match against Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel. The announcement immediately left fans and fellow wrestlers stunned, as the match had been hyped for months as one of the marquee showdowns of the year. Triple H explained that Seth had made the difficult decision to step away from WWE, and while details are still emerging, it was clear from his tone that the company is scrambling to adjust its plans for Crown Jewel in response to Seth's departure. The moment was tense, the arena buzzing with questions and disbelief as Triple H addressed the audience, outlining that Seth's absence would have significant implications for WWE's upcoming events, and emphasizing the need to find a replacement who could rise to the challenge and face Cody in his place. The backstage build-up and Seth's decision leading up to this announcement, sources indicate that Seth had been under enormous pressure in the weeks prior to Crown Jewel. He reportedly experienced mounting stress related to the match with Cody Rhodes, who has become one of WWE's most prominent figures in recent years. Behind the scenes, Seth had been struggling to participate in promos and training sessions, at times appearing unsettled or hesitant when rehearsing segments. WWE officials initially assumed he was simply developing his character for dramatic effect, but his behavior suggested something deeper. Reports indicate that during certain face-to-face promo rehearsals, Seth struggled to deliver his lines, leading producers to make accommodations, including pre-recorded segments and separated schedules, to reduce stress. Despite these efforts, Seth ultimately felt that nothing could help him prepare for the match in a way that would meet his own standards or the expectations surrounding him. WWE's official response and impact on Crown Jewel Triple H made it clear that WWE is facing an immediate challenge in replacing Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel. The company is now tasked with finding a competitor who can rise to the occasion and deliver a compelling match against Cody Rhodes, one that will satisfy fans and preserve the event's high profile. Triple H's announcement emphasized that while Seth's absence was disappointing, WWE will continue moving forward and provide audiences with a memorable experience. Social media erupted almost instantly, with fans debating whether the situation was a real-life development or part of a carefully orchestrated storyline. WWE's handling of the announcement, coming at the start of Raw rather than as a closing segment, further fueled speculation about whether Seth's departure was voluntary, a storyline, or some combination of the two. Reactions from the wrestling community. The locker room response to Seth's decision has reportedly been mixed. Some wrestlers expressed empathy, suggesting that mental health and personal well-being should always come first, and that stepping away when necessary can be seen as a responsible choice rather than a failure. Others, however, voiced frustration over the disruption to WWE's plans and the pressure placed on other wrestlers to adapt quickly. Cody Rhodes, for his part, reportedly responded with a sense of understanding, noting that such challenges are part of the business, while other high-profile wrestlers acknowledged the difficulty of maintaining consistent performance under pressure. Meanwhile, conversations backstage also hinted at the potential for Seth's absence to create new opportunities for other talents to step into the spotlight, whether established stars or rising performers from NXT or the broader roster. Speculation, work, or reality? Fans and insiders alike are debating whether this situation is a work, a planned storyline, or a real-life development. Certain aspects, such as Triple H's serious tone and the logistical scramble to adjust Crown Jewel plans, suggest elements of authenticity. Yet WWE has a long history of blending real-life events with scripted narratives, so it's possible that the company is using Seth's absence to create intrigue and build future storylines. Analysts have suggested a hybrid approach. Seth may indeed be taking time off for legitimate, personal or professional reasons, while WWE leverages the situation to generate excitement and speculation, keeping fans engaged and invested in upcoming matches. the search for a crown jewel replacement with Seth Rollins out, WWE faces the task of finding someone capable of delivering a high-profile match against Cody Rhodes. Potential options include returning legends, established main eventers, or mid-card talents who could rise to the challenge and make a name for themselves on one of the company's biggest stages. Names circulating backstage reportedly include Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and other performers with a history with Cody. There's also the possibility of elevating a newer wrestler from NXT or introducing a major surprise to create buzz. Whoever steps into Seth's spot will face immense pressure to deliver a match that honors fan expectations while simultaneously stepping out of Seth's shadow and defining their own story. Contract dynamics and professional pressure. According to sources, Seth Rollins' contract situation may have contributed to his decision. Reports indicate that negotiations with WWE had been challenging, with differences over guaranteed money and long-term terms creating additional stress. The crown jewel match had been positioned as an opportunity for Seth to demonstrate his value both in-ring and as a top draw, potentially influencing contract talks. Facing Cody Rhodes under these circumstances added pressure, as the match carried implications not just for performance, but also for his professional future. The combination of contract uncertainty and personal pressure appears to have contributed to his decision to step away, emphasizing that this situation involves more than just a single match. It reflects broader career considerations. Legacy considerations and career reflection. Seth Rollins' decision has significant implications for his legacy. Known for his work ethic, resilience, and high-profile contributions to WWE over more than a decade, this moment reframes the narrative around his career. While he has previously positioned himself as a top performer capable of handling any challenge, stepping away at a high-stakes moment introduces new interpretations of his professional story. Comparisons with Cody Rhodes are particularly impactful. Cody's journey included overcoming substantial external pressure and succeeding on major stages, whereas Seth's departure has sparked discussions about how top performers navigate pressure and expectations. This situation will likely be a reference point for fans and analysts when discussing Seth's career trajectory and contributions to WWE, moving forward and potential redemption. Despite the controversy, this moment does not necessarily close the door on Seth Rollins' career or reputation. If he chooses to return, WWE has an opportunity to craft a redemption arc, framing his comeback as a journey of renewed focus and determination. Storylines could explore personal growth, resilience, and the challenges of returning to the ring after a period of absence. Meanwhile, the wrestling world remains attentive to how WWE handles Crown Jewel in Seth's absence, who steps in as a replacement, and how the narrative evolves in the weeks to come. Regardless of the outcome, this episode has captured the attention of fans, wrestlers, and industry observers alike, ensuring that Seth Rollins' absence will be a topic of discussion for some time. Fan reactions and social media buzz. Since the announcement, fans have flooded social media with opinions, questions, and speculation. Some express sympathy and understanding for Seth, highlighting the importance of personal well-being and mental health. Others focus on the lost opportunity for a marquee match and speculate about the implications for WWE storylines and event attendance. Hashtags and trending topics surrounding Seth, Cody, and Crown Jewel underscore the global attention this situation has garnered. This online conversation reflects the broader complexity of professional wrestling today, where personal, professional, and storyline considerations often intersect in unexpected ways. Conclusion. A pivotal moment in WWE history. Seth Rollins stepping away from WWE and his scheduled match against Cody Rhodes represents one of the most talked-about moments in recent wrestling history. While the full context, whether storyline, real-life circumstances, or a blend of both, continues to unfold, the impact on Crown Jewel, WWE's storytelling, and Seth's career narrative is undeniable. Fans, wrestlers, and analysts will continue to examine the implications, debate the choices made, and anticipate what comes next for both Seth Rollins and the company. For now, WWE must move forward, adapt its plans, and ensure that Crown Jewel delivers a memorable experience, even as the wrestling world processes the departure of one of its most